Hi, my name is Nguyễn Vũ Minh Thư and I'm in grade 11 of the French School of Hanoi, also known as Lycée Français Alexandre Yersin de Hanoi. And today I'm going to be answering to some of the questions to apply for chairs for the UNIS MUN March Conference. So to start, my two preferences for the UNIS MUN Council is Population Movement Council, also known as PMC, since I'm quite interested in topic related to migration, asylum seekers, but also third countries to migrate. And I think that it will be quite interesting to hear about the different perspective of each country relating to the topic, such as like China's point of view on undocumented population or compared to France and other developing countries. My second preference for the accounts for the UNIS MUN is SDG 5. I think that it is also a very interesting committee as well, since the topic is about gender equality, and this still remains like a very controversial topic, since like in many countries it is prohibited because of religious beliefs, stereotypes, but also their cultural identity. And I think that having a debate on this will be very fruitful, since every country has a different point of view and on the topic, so they can be against, neutral, or for, which gives them a lot of positions to choose from, right? And since I haven't really had any experiences as a chair before, so I think that procedural would be the best position that fits me the most, since I'm pretty good in interacting with people, but also I think that I can be in charge and I can run things smoothly. Yeah. So I have quite few experiences from my previous MUN conferences. Until now, I've attended of a total of 3 MUN conferences, but never as a chair, and I hope that I'll get the chance to be one this time. So the last time I attended a MUN conference, the chairs weren't really running the debate smoothly or fruitfully regarding to the MUN procedures and rules. So I think that this is a very important issue that we need to keep in hand. And I also hope that this time everything can be run smoothly and efficiently. But also the time management last time was really a mess, and we didn't really have time to discuss on all of the topics. So I hope that this time, since we have 3 days of conferences, it will be better. And so move on to what makes me unique as a person, but also as a chair. So as a person, I think that what makes me unique is my flexibility, my creativity, but also some of my unusual talents. And I feel like I've always had a different point of view on something and compared to other people, since like I was born in the diversity of culture, so I really got influenced by both since I was a little kid. And as a chair, I think that what makes me unique is how I can quickly adapt to a new place, interact with people, and I also see myself as a really dynamic person with fulfillments. And I do not hesitate to speak up or approach to a person if that person is encountering problem or anything or any difficulties. And so to balance the time out for different topics, I will try to balance the time for each topic and ensure that each topic will include fruitful debates without a chaos round for any of the topics. So firstly, to really ensure the balance, I will set up a clear and equal time limit for each of the topic so that each of them will receive adequate attention. So, and also for each time during the debate, such as lobbying, merging, and debating, I will also ensure that there will be a time limit for each of them. So yeah. And secondly, I will moderate the debate and encourage a diversity of delegate to speak up or make a speech and make POIs, but also ensure that every delegate gets the opportunity to speak at least 2 or 3 times during the debate. And I would also intervene if there's any problem that can become chaotic during the conference. And during the conference, if a delegate asks me that and tell me that they're shy in public speaking, and I would speak up to the delegate and ask them about if they have any problems or concerns. I would listen to the delegates' reasons behind their lack of confidence, and I'll try to help them by solving some of the problem if they have any questions. And I would also assure that to them that everything is doing okay and it will be fine, and that public speaking and making POIs is actually a common fear for new delegates, but also shy ones. And really making one will not make other delegates attack you, since they're just asking a question regarding the topic to the person that just made a speech or anything. And during the conferences, I could also send notes to tell them when is the perfect opportunity for them to make a POI regarding to the topic. So yeah. And if a delegate is bleeding out from the nose from exhaustions, I would tell the admins to call for immediate medical assistance and postpone the session temporarily, since health and safety reasons should always be the top priority in the council session. Yeah. And during the waiting time for medical assistance, I would try to provide the delegate with tissues or napkins to help stop the bleeding of the delegate. And I would also notify the delegate's school director about the situation, but also the admins. And during that time, I think that I will give other delegates a pause for snacks and reschedule the session as soon as possible. And if a delegate is boycotting about the time management and the merging time, then in this situation, I will ask about the delegate's concern and see if the chairs could do anything to help them. And if they're not finished merging, then we'll try to finish and we'll tell them to try to finish it in a few minutes. And if the block that's writing the resolution still has a lot of things to do or to change, then I'll send them directly to the directors' boards, since merging time has already elapsed and the chairs has already given them more time. And the council is 2 hours behind the schedule, so I'll try to cut short some of the delegates' speaking time, but also the debate time. And I'll also try to limit the number of amendments and POIs. So if no one's really wanting to speak during the conferences, and I would encourage and remind each delegate that in order to have a fruitful debate, the House really needs the delegates' participation. And if there's already enough debating or discussion on the topic, I will remind them that we can move on to the voting procedures as soon as possible, and that it is possible for them to ask to vote to move to the voting procedures. And as a chair, I could also send notes to some of the delegates that didn't really have the opportunity to speak up, and I would tell them to prepare a speech since they will be called shortly. Yeah. So I think that with this method, it will really help some delegates to participate in the debate and the discussion more. So for the last question, so the first thing I would do if a delegate is missing halfway through the conference is that I'll inform the admins to check if the delegate is anywhere near the committee, or if not, then I'll try to communicate with the delegate through the committee's group chat, maybe on Instagram or Snapchat, or maybe ask other delegate in the room if they have seen the missing delegate. And if those methods don't work, then I'll try to contact the delegate's MUN director. So yeah, I think I already answered to all of the questions. So yeah, goodbye. I hope I hope we'll get the opportunity to meet up during the UNIS MUN March conference. So yeah, goodbye.